This is kind of weird. I had this CNN article, which was updated yesterday, how it was talking about the Democrat-run cabinet or chamber that can confirm the president's picks on whatever different positions you get to pick, cabinet members and stuff. And they're like, yeah, it's taken longer than normal. We're not sure how long it's going to take before they get the schedule going. And only 2 or 3 were confirmed, I think. So I'm reading this, and I'm like, I think it's time to do the video because this is getting ridiculous. How long do they have to wait? So I start reading the article again, and it's the same as it was. So I'm like, well, wait a second. Let me continue reading. And then finally, it gets down to the updated area, I guess. 18 of Biden's 23 cabinet level nominees requiring Senate approval have been confirmed, including Janet Yellen. She's one of the early ones. So they are confirming people. Again, it's a Democratic-run chamber, so they don't need Republicans for anything. But again, when we look at the voter fraud stuff, you know why it's Democrat-run. I just, no matter how hard I try, I cannot shake what I originally told you. They're letting this happen so that he can destroy things, so that Trump can make good again on his promises and come back. I still believe it. I still think this is going to happen. And they cannot, like I said, they cannot do this with Trump in power. It'll make him look horrible. But some of the stuff has to be done. Our debt is so out of control. It's not even funny. Our dollar, the amount of money we've printed, and another 1.9 trillion. We're looking at the next. Also, we're Biden administration looking at the next bailout number 2. You know, give me a break. And here's the thing. Back when Barack took office and we had like 10 trillion in debt, then he comes in, he leaves with like 18 trillion. I was telling you back then, doesn't matter who's next, the numbers just keep going up until it implodes one day. Okay? Doesn't matter who takes over. So what happened? Trump took over. The national debt continued to skyrocket. 22 trillion, 24 trillion. We need a bailout. We need a COVID relief. We got at least got one check, right? And now we got another one coming, another 1.9 trillion, even though if like 10% of that, 9% of that's actually going to you and me. Whatever. They're talking about another one. They're going to have to print some more. So what I'm going to tell you is, don't be shocked if all of a sudden breaking news, dollar problems, holy crap, because of one of these stimulus things they passed. And I'm going to go, well, hold on. Not to defend Biden or anybody, but hold on. How many previous ones were done since Barack Obama? We are at 10 trillion when he took office. And it couldn't be paid back because it went to 18 trillion. And that couldn't be paid back because it went to 24 trillion. And that now can't be paid back because we're about to be at 30-something trillion here shortly. So only the last 1 or 2 caused the dollar to crash and the doom and gloom. And, that's what the news is going to show you. They're not going to tell you, well, you know, this has been going on since forever, since we had the Federal Reserve. And then shortly after the Federal Reserve Act in 1913, we had the income tax law in 1916 to pay these criminals to print our money at interest. And then sell those bonds, which is where the interest comes from. And then you, jabroni Americans, we're going to take your money from you through income tax to pay that debt down. But the debt never went down. It never went down. It just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And I've always said on my channel, my video, why are we paying tax at all? If the number keeps going higher, which means you can't pay it back, it's impossible because it just keeps going higher. And since it goes higher, they're still getting money somehow. So if you're still getting money somehow, and it's not coming from our income tax, why are you taking anything out of our tax, out of our money for taxes? Interesting question, isn't it? And I've always asked this since I've been doing videos. And it's relevant more now than ever. Because you've seen how much money they've printed. And relatively stable economy, relatively stable. Hey, what's going on? So if you can do that, clearly you have, why can't you stop taking our money from us? And just print the money or borrow it like you're doing yourself, and then you could borrow more to pay it back out of your own back pocket. If that's the case. So the reason is we're going to blockchain technology. The old system must implode, and it can't just slightly implode. It's got to implode so that people demand, we need something new. That old thing's not going to work. Oh, blockchain. Oh, okay. We're not going to do the old thing again, right? Why would we go right back to doing the old thing? So this, in my opinion, is why you're seeing Biden for now, so that maximum destruction can occur under his watch. And then, oh, lo and behold, whether the military stepped in or the Supreme Court finally took a case, whatever it is, and said, oh, yeah, these 3 states in particular, you did violate your state laws and constitutions. You had no right to change the voter system, especially the mail-in system, a month before voting. You didn't vote on it. You just guys flicked your wrist and it worked, and of course fraud happened. Or they may even say no fraud. We're not even looking at fraud. We're just looking at you breaking the law. Therefore, all of the mail-in ones are invalid, which would instantly give Trump a win anyways. And then he comes back after the destruction. Miss me yet? Oh my God, people will miss him more than ever, because they're going to see the destruction that occurred under so-called Biden. And all of his nominees, and they got all the Democrats back in there to meet the new boss, same as the old boss. These are all the old bosses under Obama. Hey, they're back. The boys are back in town. Perfect timing, because you guys are going to be the fall guys. You guys are going to get the blame. And then Trump's going to come back. That's what I think. Because if Trump does not come back, I said this before, if Trump does not come back, something happened, a plan change, whatever. If he doesn't come back, it's time to crack open the old John Teeter stories that I've got. I had a 4-part video session on here still. John Teeter, time traveler. And when the biggest thing, so we're supposed to believe in a civil war is coming into America in a few years. Why? How does it start? There's a problem with the election. That's his response. There's a problem with the election, the presidential election. And the president during that time, he says those words, was more concerned with keeping the status quo going than anything else. That's what started the Civil War. First time in my life, had ever heard anybody refer to a president, past, present, future, as he/she to be, politically correct, because it could be a female, even though we've had nothing but males. Okay. And old John Teeter in 2000 or 2001, whenever he actually said this, says he/she. And we happen to have right now, a he/she president, vice president. And if Biden goes away, like many are predicting, he's going to, 25th Amendment, whatever, he's going to get sick and die, whatever. If this plan is still in place, then she becomes president. Now we do have a she president. He/she. He starts, she finishes it. John Teeter gave a little subtle hint. Is that what that was? I was getting nervous when I saw Hillary running, because I go, oh my God, he/she. And if she wins, oh my God, yeah, Civil War is coming. What she's going to do. But instead, we get a she who was the worst pick of all the Democrat nominees for president. Absolutely failed miserably in her campaigning. And now she's the vice president and could possibly be the president. So, again, got a few days till March 22nd. Can't wait to see if anything happens in between then. But as each day and week go by, that Trump's not back in office, it's going to be that much more of, boy, it's really not looking like he's coming back at all. Well, they're talking about running in 2024 now. How could you talk about running in 2024 if they just cheated you out of this one? They can't cheat you out of the next one? Believe me, they got bigger and brighter plans for the next one. So that they never make a mistake ever again like this. They never lose again. That's not going to work. So either Trump comes back soon, or I think, it's time to crack open the John Teeter book and see what else he's had to say about this. But I still think, if I'm gambling, and I am, I think you're going to see the reappearance of Trump. There's too many weird anomalies going on right now for me to just say, oh yeah, the Democrats took back, they cheated, they don't care, and they're just going to continue on with their agenda. I'm just not seeing that. I'm seeing a setup for destruction of the old system. Blame it on these criminals on the way out. They're going to be charged anyways, the big ones. So let them do this deed on their way out. And then you come back and clean house and look like a superhero. It's actually brilliant if it goes that way. It's a brilliant plan if you see that. And again, Kim Clement, one of the most incredible prophets ever, who died right after a correct prediction of Trump becoming the president, had a lot to say. And I've played a bunch of his stuff on my channel, where he talked about a tale of two presidents. The dummy one would be the forward-facing public one, but there'd be another one that's actually calling the shots. He talked about all of the stuff that happened with the Supreme Court under Trump, and that Trump would win and take care of business. So I still, in my body, believe that's what's going to happen. So at any rate, yeah, long story short, there have been confirmations. This article was updated, but I didn't read it fully. I was saving this thing, and I go, oh, maybe it's time today. I was telling Steven about it, and then I read it out, and I go, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, updated yesterday. What's this? Oh, they have confirmed 18 out of 23. This is cabinet people, whatever, mostly. So, at any rate, I just can't get rid of that feeling. I think that's what we're going to see. And, again, at some point, even I'm going to have to come out, if I don't see Trump coming back, I'm going to have to come out here and go, is this really part of the plan? It's been 8 months now. Hey guys, it's 10 months now. Holy shit, guys, it's 2022 now. Trust the plan. I'm gonna have to come out here and do that if that's what we see. So, anyways, maybe my final video for today. I'm not sure. But again, I do have a Penny Kelly interview. I'll probably release tomorrow publicly, and then tonight privately. Be interesting to see what she's got to say about all of this stuff and crypto. I'd send her some cryptos, coins for her to take a little look-see at for this chat. So be on the lookout for that. Take care.